you to the GM show, and I've been getting a lot of questions in regards to how do people come to Dubai? How do you secure a job in Dubai? Now I'm going to be tackling that shortly, and to start off, first you have to have the will to come to Dubai. That is number one. You need to do your research. You need to understand what kind of a country this is. It's a moderate conservative country. So everything that you think is not here is here. That is number one. So do not come with a mind of extreme conservativeness and stories that you hear out there. You need to come here with an open mind. Now I'll be talking to Kenyans basically who would want to come to Dubai, or who are looking, or who have been asking, how do I make it to Dubai? Number one, you need to you come by yourself and find a job. Number two, you use an agency that will secure a job on your behalf, and then will take the process of providing you with a ticket, providing you with a visa to arrive in Dubai. Then from there, the company that is signed with you will take over from there into processing your residency visa and your accommodation and stuff. All right, so that is option B. Now again, just to make sure that you remember, option one is to bring yourself here. All right, in this option you have to find your own ticket, pay for your own visit visa, pay for your own accommodation, pay for your own transport, pay for your own food, and pocket money. You need to have all these things. This is option number one. And then tamak, to find a job. All right. Number two, the option of agencies. So where you approach an agency, they give you a specific job, they process your ticket, they process your visa, and when you reach here, the company that has processed all those things takes you from there and puts you in the system. Number three, there's a third option where you apply a job from home. Now this rarely works, but it does work if you are looking for a specific profession, and if they are looking to outsource from specific countries. All right, Emirates does hire from Kenya, Qatar Airways does hire from Kenya, but I'm talking of Dubai. So in this case, then this could be your third option. Now I will go with option one, which I'm an advocate of. Number one, the advantages of having to bring yourself to Dubai is, number one, you get to understand the whole process. So you get to understand the process of preparing the visit visa. So I would advocate you take a 3-month visit visa. You are also able to get an accommodation that fits your budget. All right, so that means you're able to interact with Kenyans who are already in Dubai. Okay, that gives you an edge because they'll give you the experiences, they'll show you how CVs are made, they'll accommodate you, and most likely you also get to meet other people who are also here searching for a job. All right, so that is number two. Number three is you're able to know Dubai. Now compare yourself with someone who was taken from Nairobi, Kenya, taken, brought to work, and that's it. All right, and yourself who has to move from point A to point B, from point B to point C, from point C to point D. all right? You are way better off knowing the city of Dubai inside out than the person who was just picked up from Nairobi. So that is a huge advantage because you also get to understand the geographical aspect of the city of Dubai. Okay, that is number 3. Number 4, you get also the freedom to choose the job that you want to pursue as a career. All right, so you have the chance to actually decide, look, I've been a waiter in Kenya, I don't want to do waitering, I want to be a barista here, I don't want to be a barista here, I want to be probably a chef, or I want to go into sales, or I want to, you have the opportunity of actually venturing into different kind of careers that you want to work in. All right, so that gives you a huge edge. Number 3, most of the people who have come in this manner have survived Dubai. Why? Because they are able to budget, they are able to put 1 and 1 equals 2. They are able to put themselves in order because you understand that this amount is supposed to go for rent, this amount is what I'm supposed to be saving, this amount is, it gives you a discipline. All right, so this option number 1 is definitely something I would advocate anybody who's trying to come to Dubai to use. Now let's start. How do you go about it? So number 1, you have to have the will to come to Dubai. Number 2, you have to come with an open mind. Number 3, you have to abide by the rules. So whatever nonsense or whatever thing that you think that you can bring from Nairobi to here, live it. All right, this is a country governed by rules and regulations, and there are fines and penalties for people who do not abide by them. Okay, so those are the things that you need to be prepared psychologically, mentally, and physically as well. Number 2, apply for a visa. So a visa right now goes between 15 to 20,000 for 3 months. All right, that is in Kenya shillings. Ticket. All right, so a ticket would range between 40 to 70,000 depending on whichever airline you're using. You could use Air Arabia that will take you to Sharjah. You could use Qatar Airways that will connect you from Doha. You could use Kenya Airways that will come directly. You could use Emirates Airlines that will come directly. You could use Egypt Air that will connect you from Cairo. You could use Rwanda Air that will connect you from Rwanda. You could use Ethiopian Airlines that will connect you from Addis Ababa. All right, so you have all these airlines that are readily available for you. You just need to pick and choose depending on your pocket. All right, that is number 2. Number 3, you need to have somebody here. You need to connect with people who have accommodations. All right, now accommodation in Dubai is very, very expensive. Very expensive in the sense that you cannot live alone as a tamaka or as someone who is coming to find a job here. All right, now an accommodation in the sense, I would say a bed space. That is the first point of accommodation, bed space. If you have friends, they could accommodate you. If you don't have friends, then I would recommend a bed space. Why do I recommend a bed space? Number 1 is because it is cheaper compared to a hotel. All right, so if you are here for 3 months living in a hotel, you are talking of almost, give or take, that is almost let's say a hotel goes for 300 per day times 90. How much is that? 300 times 90. That's 27,000 dirhams. Do you know what 27,000 dirhams is? Do the math. Multiply that by 30. Alright? So that's a lot of money. But a bed space with everything. So you get a bed, you get a mattress, you get gas cooking, you get internet, and you get water, you get electricity, you get AC. So all this comes to an average. I'll give an average of around 800. Now, accommodation also depends on how close you are to the CBD of Dubai. So if you're living next to downtown or next to Business Bay, then accommodation is expensive. But if you're living far away, Abu Hail, Al Nada, Sharjah, then this prices could go as low as probably 400 or 300 per bed. Alright, so the first accommodation is a bed space. Do not get me wrong, this bed spaces you cannot avoid. Unfortunately, you cannot avoid because this is what welcomes you in Dubai. Alright, so you have a bed space with everything, so you pay I'll take an average of 800. 800 totals to around 24,000 Kenya shillings per month. Alright, so for 3 months you can do the multiplication and see how much that will come. Alright, so we have the visa, which costed you around 20,000. We have a ticket that costed you around 40,000, so we're already at 60,000. We have a bed space that is costing you around 800 dirhams. That's around 24,000. Alright, so we're almost at 100,000. I'm breaking it down for you so that it's easier for you to digest. Alright, done. Now you're in Dubai, you got your visa, you got your ticket, you got your accommodation. Now plan to get food. Carry beba unga, beba unga. That is number one, because unga is not readily available in the supermarkets here. I'm talking of unga ugali. And you can carry whatever other thing that you think you would like to eat for the next 3 months. Alright, everything else is readily available, from tomatoes, from potatoes, to cabbage, sukuma wiki, to bosho, to the only thing that I think is not here is the maize, white maize. They have the yellow maize, but there is no white maize. So if you like dairy, then you can carry white maize for yourself. All right. Also remember to carry your documents. Get your documents attested. Get a good conduct. All right. Attested as well. Get all your certifications in order. You're coming to search for a job. You're not coming for a vacation. So get your documents attested. That is number one. The other thing is, if you have a laptop, please carry it. It will help you. It will save you time. It will save you a lot. All right. You have all this sorted out. Plan your journey. You know your accommodation. You know where you're going. So plan your journey accordingly and get to the airport. Now, when you are living Kenya, try and get a dirham. Exchange your money into dirhams. Whatever pocket money that you have, exchange it into dirhams. That is highly advisable. Do not come with the Kenyan money to Dubai, because it will not help you. Okay, so convert that money into dirhams before you leave Kenya. Alternatively, find someone here, all right, who wants the Kenya shilling and will give you in return as dirham. Okay, so once you've done that, prepare your journey and travel safely, safe havens, and land in DXB. So depending on the flight, one could land in Sharjah, the other one could land in Dubai, the other one could land in Abu Dhabi. Right? So depending on which airline you took, these three airports will be your landing basis. All right. So if you're landing in Abu Dhabi, there's a bus that comes all the way from Abu Dhabi to Dubai. If you're landing in Sharjah, then you have to take a taxi to Dubai. If you're landing in Dubai, then you're lucky because you just check out and get a cab. All right. Now, depending on where your accommodation is, you will get your bearing accordingly. All right. So now you are in Dubai. You have reached in the bed space. Now, the bed space could be a mixed bed space where you have guys, men, and women sharing. And this could be ladies and gents. Could be a gents only, could be a ladies only. So pick whatever that you feel is comfortable with you, that you feel for the next 3 months I'll bear. All right, let that not discourage you. We have been there, we have seen it, we've been out of it. All right, so the other thing, you're in Dubai, you've reached, it's time for you to prepare your CV. It's time for you to prepare your CV. And the first thing you have to do is get the samples of CVs that are already made for you to prepare. You remember I told you to carry your laptop? This begins to help you from there because you're able to prepare your CV without really going to the sidebar and spending money. Okay? So we'll hold on to that, and on the next episode I will be taking you through from making the CV to getting you a job. Stick around. This is the GM Show. Remember to subscribe, share, and like, and comment. Subscribe so that you are among the first people to watch our next episode. See you. Adios.
Subscribe!